You wake up 2 hours late for work. Would you still go? Why not? Yes. I have flexible work hours, and as long as I fulfill my work duty within a month, I'm okay. There's this thing in Germany we call Gleitzeit. It lets you come and go whenever you want between 7:00 and 20:00 as long as you fulfill your daily target time. So you basically have 13 hours time to get your 7 to 8 hours of work done. I'd still go in. My job is home-based and salaried though. As long as I work an hour I get credit for a full day. Back when I was bartending, same answer. Being late in the service industry is putting your work onto someone else. Get there so whoever is covering for you can go home, or so everyone's workload becomes more manageable. Yeah, it's still your job. And if you work 8-hour days, you'll still have 6 to go. Maybe you can stay late to make up the time? Regardless, oversleeping is a common screw-up. It doesn't mean that you just take the whole day off. You just go in late. This is basically how I do it. 1. I wake up and realize I'm 2 hours late. 1. Am I hungover? 1. Yes. Call in sick. 2. No. Go in and bring donuts/biscuits/bagels for everyone to make up for it. 2. Am I sick? 1. Yes. But I don't feel horrible. Work from home. 2. Yes. And I feel like death. Call in sick. 3. No. Go in and bring donuts/biscuits/bagels for everyone to make up for it. 3. Is the late commute going to be abysmal because of traffic incidents? 1. Yes. Work from home. 2. No. Go in and bring donuts/biscuits/bagels for everyone to make up for it. 4. Do I feel stressed from work lately? 1. Yes. Call in sick and take a mental health day. 2. No. Go in and bring donuts/biscuits/bagels for everyone to make up for it. Nope. My job has a point-based attendance policy. Being late less than 1 hour is half a point. Over an hour is 1 point. Calling off is also 1 point. We can call off up to 3 hours into our shift. After 3 it is considered a no-call no-show, which is worth 3 points. So no. It isn't worth even going to work by their policy. My current job? No. It's ducking hell and it makes me miserable. But in general, yeah, I would go. I would. I wouldn't rush, however. You're already late. Might as well do things right. Take that shower. Have that coffee and listen to that audiobook on the way like you're supposed to be late. When you get to work, plan your tasks and go to town on them. Panicking about a bad situation will not change what has happened. I employ about 200 people across a few businesses. For most of those businesses, a no-call/no-show is basically the end. It puts you on the express path to termination. For most of those businesses, being 2 hours absent, then calling, then coming in the rest of your shift or regular day isn't even recorded by HR or managers. For most of those businesses, being 2 hours absent, then calling in and taking a PTO day is just recorded as a PTO day. The same as if you scheduled it. Call. Apologize to your boss. Act professionally. And all will be forgotten within a week or so. Just act the way you'd want to be treated. I'm still in school, so I only work weekends. But yes, they may be angry. But offer to make up the time by maybe working an extra day. It wouldn't make the situation better. But they'd probably appreciate it. I've done both. The first time I was honest. Called as soon as I woke up. Told my boss I overslept and that I'd be going as soon as possible. Then a few months later, the same happened. It was a Monday morning. Called in sick and sat at my couch for the whole day doing absolutely nothing. It was glorious. It also depends a lot on many different factors. What kind of job it is. How screwed your coworkers could be if you don't show up, if you care about those things. In my case, it doesn't affect them at all. How your company manages these situations. How many strikes you have already and so on. Bottom line, in my personal opinion, is that mental health is really important, so if you need one day off to recharge your batteries, I'd do it. If you're not going just for the sake of it. Also, still valid. But be aware of the possible repercussions it may develop. Done this but less than 2 hours. Called ahead and said had a bad nosebleed. It stopped. I am on my way now. Learned this after the nosebleed thing happened for real. I'm in military. I can't be 2 hours late cause NCOs be knocking at your door for just being 5 minutes late, lol. As an employer, there is nothing more frustrating than a no-show, no-call. Calling out 2 hours late isn't great either, but better than nothing. If you come in 2 hours late and apologize for oversleeping, I typically have no issue and appreciate the honesty. Of course. Hey, why didn't you show up at work this morning? Everything okay? Yes, sorry I overslept. I figured those remaining 6 hours weren't worth the effort anymore to still come over. Okay. Cool. Said no boss. Ever. Probably not. But my anxiety would be through the roof. I woke up 16 hours early for work today, which starts in 40 minutes. After hardly sleeping yesterday. Wish me luck. KMN. I did get a demerit which my company takes very seriously. 3 demerits and you'll receive a citation, 5 citations and you're looking at a violation, 4 of those and you'll receive a verbal warning, keep it up and you'll receive a written warning, 2 of those will land you in a world of hurt in the form of disciplinary review written up by Dwight and placed on the desk of his immediate superior. If you get paid enough that you can afford to skip work, and also have a job that won't fire you for deciding to suddenly not show up, consider yourself lucky several times over. Yes, worst case scenario is that whatever happens to you if you did not go, happens. That leaves a lot of room for many better case scenarios. Think of it this way. Showing up 2 hours late might get you a write-up, while not going may get you fired. Just accept that you made a mistake and move on. There are no need for excuses. Just accept responsibility like an adult and hope for the best. Source: a guy that has gone to work 6 hours late before because I stayed out till 3 a.m. drinking in college. I didn't get fired. If I see $200 lying in the ground and $50 blow away, I would still pick up the remaining $150. I just got a new job that I start on the 21st. So yeah, because showing late is better than not showing up at all. Yes, as long as you're not on a warning already, they can fire you for being late. No, at that point it might be better to call in sick and apologize for the late notice. Yes, because I am a teacher, so it's awful when I am gone or have to write sub-plans, which take hours. They'd have to pull someone for coverage, which means other students aren't getting their support in some way. If they can't find coverage, they'll split my students amongst the other teachers in my grade, which then wreaks havoc on all those teachers' days. Definitely would go in. Nah. I have a 90 commute. I also have 35 PTO days/year. So I can afford to burn one if I oversleep by that much. Nah. I get penalized if I'm over 30 minutes no matter what happens. In for a penny, in for a pound. No. I'm a coach. 2 hours is the time for a practice session. At that point the kids are going home. Yes, I'm a nurse. Better a late healer than no healer at all. Also, I could never let my team down. Magic can still happen in the remaining 5 hours of my shift. No, I work from home on days of my choice, so I'd just work from home that day, as it takes me 2 hours to get to work, so I'd be on time. Attorney. I had a trial set for a Monday. Stayed up late Sunday preparing. Show up to the courthouse on Monday morning. And the case settled at the last minute. I was wiped out. So I took the rest of the day off. Picked up the mail. Went home and went to bed. Fell asleep. Dead to the world. Wife comes home and shakes me awake. Ekraniner you missed the trial. You slept right through it. She's screaming at me. I jump out of bed and start getting dressed. Asked her to call my secretary and tell her to call the client and see if I can unduck myself. As I'm running around, Wife asks, "How did the mail get here?" And I stop everything. Because I realize I didn't oversleep. I went back to bed. I wouldn't. I have a genetic condition called fatal insomnia, which just means I stop sleeping until I die. If I've woken up, that means I've fallen asleep. And no way in hell am I going into work if my condition's just pissed off. Definitely. One of the few perks of my job is ridiculous flexibility. As long as I report 40 hours per week and don't upset clients, management barely even notices what hours I'm working. If I'm running late, I can make those hours up without anyone batting an eye. Yes, you go to work and take your lumps for oversleeping. How is this even a question? Does no one have a work ethic anymore?